Alright, and we're back with New Vegas, and in this one we're going to be heading up to the Repconn facility and taking care of the ghouls and doing the quest that's there for the ghouls. So we're going to head up now. There's going to be some feral ghouls on the way. With Boone and Eddie, this should be a piece of cake. Was that a ghoul? It was a Mora. There's the ghoul. Alright. Let's see what we got. Alright, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to clear out all these ghouls outside. There's a bunch of them. And then after we do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to loot the outside. Then we'll head in and go talk to the ghouls inside and go on from there. Alright, ghouls are dead. Alright, so the ghouls outside here are dead. There's going to be more up here though. So let's reload. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to loot all this because I think there's an ammo box in there. There's more ghouls coming at us. Alright. Yeah, there's some ammo I think in there. Up top there's a bunch of ammo, a bunch of items up there. So we're going to go up top on both sides too. And then, right here in the little camp thing, there's a bunch of loot in there too. So we're gonna get all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick actually. There's a dead mutant here. Alright, so up there's a little table by the first set of sandbags that has some mentats and some cat's eye. There is an ammo box right there in that little the little like security hut. And then up top there on the little overpass there's a bunch of like stim packs or some medics. There's a bunch of loot in there. Honestly, there's a bunch of ammo, a bunch of energy weapon ammo. So and then right over here we got some more. What do we got here? Nothing special. There's some jet, medics. Nothing in the crate. First aid box. That's always helpful. There's a bed if you want to take a nap. There's some scrap metal. Empty footlocker. There's some caps on the chessboard, or checkers board rather. There's another ammo box. This is a mine box, even better. So there's some microfusion cell there, but it's bugged, so you can't really loot it because it's like there's this piece over it that makes it so you can't get it. You can, if you really wanted it, you can like I think throw a grenade in there and it'll pop out, but it's honestly not worth it. Another ammo box up here. And another ammo box over here. There's more microfusion cell. Another ammo box that's locked. Grenades, awesome. Oh, there's an energy cell on this. I'm sorry, not microfusion cell. Rather, that's a small energy cell that we're finding, not microfusion cell. And there's a bunch of that. There was a bunch of that here on the table. There's a couple there. There was one there on the floor, and there was a pile of it up top there as well. Alright, so there's also, you know, some super mutant nightkin around. Their bodies, you can loot them, get the rebar gloves. Let's head on over, and there's the building. Alright, so there's going to be some more ghouls. Out. Alright. So I want to make sure I take out as many of the ghouls out here as possible just so they don't attack me later. I don't think there's anything down here, but I'm going to go check. Alright, so there was nothing on the right side. I just go over and explore it. There's really nothing over there. One thing of note did happen, though. The random encounter where the NCR Ranger comes and gives you the two-way radio so you can call for NCR support happened. So that just happened while I was over there. Let's see over this side. I don't think there's anything over here, but I'll check it and let you know. Alright, so as I thought, there was nothing over on the left side either. So we're going to go ahead and head up here. But there are some ammo boxes down here you want to make sure you grab. There's some dead ghouls. Laser RCW, that's pretty good to get early on. That's a nice pickup. What else we got? That's it for down here, so let's head up top. I think there's a couple more ferals up here too. Yeah. Alright, feral ghouls are dealt with. Let's see if they got anything worth taking. There is some more loot around here, so you want to definitely be a little more diligent up here. There's another dead ghoul. What else we got? There's some more ammo boxes stacked over here. Stealth boy in that one. So you're going to get a lot of ammo boxes here, and depending on how you do the quest inside, so you'll pick up a lot of ammo here, and you're also going to pick up a bunch of stealth boys, depending on what you do, again, once we get inside. So let's see. Machete. Anything over here? Just a bunch of junk. I think. Oh, no scrap metal. Actually, was that some medics? Yeah, there's some medics that bugs through. That's up here that once you loot something, it'll fall down. So let's grab that. Anything in this locker? No. More ammo boxes. A decent amount of ammo you're going to pick up here. I don't believe there's anything down here, but I'm going to check. Alright, so yeah, so I just went around the entire back of the building. There's really nothing there. Only thing of note on the back left side, so that direction, there is another entrance, but we're just going to use the main one right here.
Hey, over here.
So the intercom will tell you what to do. You can exhaust the dialogue. It'll tell me where to go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loot this entire building, everything but the basement, and everything but where the ghouls are hiding out, because I'm not there yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then when we come back, we'll be at the ghoul hideout. Alright, so here we are outside the door that leads to the ghouls hideout. I just explored this entire building, other than the basement and this room here. There's some decent minor loot, nothing really special, spectacular, but definitely some nice minor loot to you know, make it worth running around. There's also a bunch of dead Bright Brotherhood followers, like there's actually one right here. And these guys all have energy weapons and some energy weapon ammo, and then some of them have caps and other things, so definitely worth going around and picking them up. But let's go ahead and continue on.
All right. God, but...
Alright, so this is the guy that thinks he's a ghoul. It's Chris. So we can't loot anything in here right now because it's all marked to owned, but we can do it later. It'll still be marked to owned, but we can do it with, you know, without anybody attacking us later, so that's what we're going to do. So we're looking for Jason. Where is he? He's the glowing one that's around here somewhere. There he is.
Hello, Wanderer. Have you...
Okay, so we talked to Jason. Basically, he's going to give us a task of going down to the basement and taking care of the ghoul, not the ghouls, the nightkin that are down there. So that's what we're heading next. Alright, now that we're in the basement, there's a couple things we can do. We can either just massacre all the nightkin, or we can go and try to talk to their leader and talk him into leaving. It doesn't really make a difference, in my opinion, either way. So I'm probably just gonna go kill them all. I honestly think there's more XP if you do that either way, so I think that's probably what we're gonna do. So let's see, where are we at? I'm gonna try to remember my way around here. Alright, so this is the main room. If you want to go talk to the leader, he's right over here. Nope, that leads to what's his name. He's right down here.
Can't run from me.
Yeah, here he is.
Watch that antler.
Okay. So he basically tells you to go find the shipment of stealth boys. There are no stealth boys here. And I don't honestly remember what happened, so we're just going to go ahead and do this. And we're just going to kill him. And we're going to go through and clear out the rest of the place. And then we'll loot it afterwards. Yeah. This will work better. Repconn Jailer is one of the ones we need to definitely take down. He gives us the key that we'll need. Don't remember what we need it for, but I know we need it. Oh, I remember what we need it for. So off to the left, the path I went originally when I said, oh wait, that leads to what's his name? That leads to a ghoul that's trapped. And he wants you to go find his friend, who was captured by the Repconn. So the friend is actually further down here, and you need the key, I think, to get from the jailer to get to where they are. They're dead, but you can still like tell them that you found the body. There's a bunch more Repconn. Okay, this is where I was talking about, where you need the key, so let me figure out which room it is. So a room that's going to have a dead ghoul in it, that's the one I'm looking for. That leads upstairs. Looks like my guy's got him. Taking out another Repconn, that's good. Alright. No, it's not none of these. Alright, I guess we have to go down. I think it's downstairs. So, I am going to loot this whole place after, probably right after this, but I'm going to loot this whole place. I just want to find where I'm going first. Alright, so we're going to go down here. There we go. So we need the key to get in here. And there should be a dead ghoul somewhere. Not in here. It's the stairs. Is it in here? No. Where is this ghoul? No. Ah, here we go. Okay. Over here, maybe. There she is, okay. So, yeah, here's the dead ghoul. And now you can go and find this, and then when we go see the other guy on the other side, we'll be able to just tell him right away that we found her, and then he'll leave. So now I'm going to go ahead and loot this place, and we'll pick it up once I'm done. Alright, so I've now looted everything down here except for this room here and then the room up ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and see what's here. Now, again, I did this violent. You can do it peacefully, and if you want to do it peacefully, it's relatively easy. You have to go inside this room here, where we'll go in a second, and there's a computer in here that tells you about the shipment of stealth boys, and that it's not here, and then you can tell Davidson, and I think that I can all leave, but I honestly don't remember. So let's go ahead and
Come and get it, you big
so
dumb.
talk to this guy. talking to us.
What do you want now, smooth skin?
Alright. See you later. Why is he upset? Alright, so what we gotta do is we're gonna walk through here, and there's a bunch of traps that he set, so we're gonna have to disarm them. I'm gonna disarm all of them because you're gonna get some extra XP. So let me fix my inventory, and then I'm gonna do that, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I just went through and disarmed all the mines. There's a bunch of concealed mines you need. I didn't have a high enough explosive, so I used the Patriot's Cookbook so that I could go through and disarm them all. There's a couple tripwires with some rigged shotguns. This computer is a trap too. I don't have a high enough explosives to disarm it, so we're just going to leave it alone. And then there's a bunch of bear traps. So that's everything that's down here. You want to make sure you go ahead and just be careful going through here so you don't accidentally hurt yourself. You can go in here. And that should be it. I don't think there's any more traps. Come on up here and we should be able to talk to the guy face to face now. Oh, now for some reason he's attacking us. I don't know why. Alright, so that's weird. The way that's supposed to go is you come in here and you talk to him and he's cool and he's one of Bright's people and he just tells you, go find my friend. And after you find his friend, he then leaves. I don't know what happened there, he wouldn't talk to me. And as soon as I came upstairs, he attacked me, so we had to take him out. So that's kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. So we're going to go ahead and just finish looking around up here. Now, over here, there's a broken bridge, but if you jump, so you're going to go ahead and jump across, and then there's, oh, whoops, and I didn't mean to fall. But where's the body? There it is. He's also got a hunting rifle, which is nice. Another nice place to get an early hunting rifle. Where were we? So we're gonna come up here. That's where we need to go for, which is for the super mutants. So if we were going to be nice to the Nightkin, we go right there to that terminal, and it tells us about it. So right now I'm gonna go do this again because I think there is something over here. I just don't remember. Let me see. So is there anything up here? It doesn't look like it, actually. Here, no. Alright. Maybe I was wrong. I thought there was something up here. Let me jump over this side now. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I mean, there's some scrap metal, so there's nothing really worth it up there, but there's a couple scrap metal up there across the way. I could have sworn there was something else, but I guess I was wrong. So now, let's head back up for the final time. I lied. I fell. Now we're heading back up for the final time. Alright, so be careful. Don't fall. And we come right here. So you can loot all these boxes. And then right here on the terminal is the shipment mistake. This is the one where it'll tell you about the one of these tells you about the shipment of stealth. Here it is, the stealth boy one, where it tells you that they got sent back and they're not here. So you do that, you go talk to Davidson, and you can actually do this peacefully. But now we just have to head up and talk to Jason and let him know that we did this. I'm gonna loot these boxes real quick and then I'm gonna head back upstairs. Alright, so we're back upstairs. We're gonna find Jason again. Where is he? Oh, he's still in the same room? Yep, there he is. So let's talk to him.
Is the way clear?
We're gonna tell him the demons are gone. And now he wants you to follow him down there. So basically what we're going is, we're going right back down to the basement, into the room where Davidson was. And that leads to a room behind him where there's a staircase that leads down to a lower level that we have not been to yet. So that's where we're headed right now. Alright, so we go down the steps here. And we're going, again, this is the main room, or the main hallway rather. We're going to go past all this. We're going to go past this, I think. No. Yeah, this is it, right here. So down here is the room where Davidson is. Right behind him there's a door. And it leads into this room, which I went through earlier when I was looting. And then we open up the floor panel, it leads down here. Oh, cigarettes. And this leads to the basement. And this is where the Brotherhood, Bright Brotherhood, wants you to go because they want you to help them out down here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a couple items while I'm down here, because I didn't loot this earlier. And then we'll head on in and talk to Jason when he gets down here. So this is the room where all the ghouls have gathered, and yeah, so once you go down the steps, you're going to come through here, and it'll lead you to this room here. There's a couple in the hallway, there's a few other rooms you can loot that has some minor loot in them. Nothing really to write home about. In this one, you've got the spacesuit though, which is nice. Nice little semi-unique outfit. Oops. And other than that, there's some other minor loot in here. And that's pretty much it. So now we're just going to talk to Jason, and he's going to tell us
I
what's
to
what.
speak with you one last time.
Okay. So we talked to Jason, and he thanks us for helping him, and then he basically tells us we need to talk to Chris. And let him know that he can't go with them because where they're going is so irradiated that he'll die, and he thinks he's a ghoul, but he's not. So let's go ahead and talk to Chris.
Jason says that
We
I
have
am
to finish up the
cooperate with
preparations
you
for
on
the journey. Just explore. So we're basically got to convince him that he's human. So what I'm going to do is I need a skill book for speech. It's barter. I thought I had a skill book for speech in here. Let's find out. I don't remember what it's called. Speech. There it is. Meeting people. Okay. So let's talk
Are
to
you
him
ready
again.
to get started?
There we go. So speech check him.
God.
And then he's going to be mad. And then if you want to be evil, now you can sabotage the launch, where they're going to crash as soon as they launch. I don't want to do that though. That'd be I'm going to tell them that'd be murder. You're no murderer. So you'd never forgive yourself. They take you if you could. They're going to revere you as a saint. And then you tell them about Novak, where you can go and live there. So now
Are you ready to get
we're going to
started?
get started finishing the rocket. So let's see what we
I
need.
was close to the ignite. It's at later.
Alright, so I said I'm going to go track down the control modules. You can also track down the isotope agent, which I think I already have. Let me talk
Have
to
you
him
found the
actually, see if I can do
components
that.
we just?
Igniting agent. Here we go. Here's the igniting agent. So now they have the control models. Alright, so now we're going to leave. And if you come right out here and make a left, there's a ladder that leads up to the outside of the Repconn facility. Yep, so here we are. So here's where we ended up, and there's the facility right there. So now we're going to fast travel here back to Novak. And now we're going to head north to the Gibson scrapyard, so I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so we're coming up to the Gibson scrapyard, and we have to talk to Old Lady Gibson to get the isotope, the things that we need for the ghouls, but there's another reason we want to come here, and that's for Eddie's quest. So he should trigger here in a minute. Maybe, maybe not. Let's head inside. So here's Old Lady Gibson.
Hi there.
Asking her for the control models. I'm gonna barter her down to 250. Barter
Fair enough.
check. And there we go. So I just paid her for that.
Subject E.
And there we go.
Diagnosis
There's
complete.
Eddie's quest continuation. So now she's a vendor, so you can go ahead and talk to her if you
So, you're
want.
back.
I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, so we got the modules that we needed. We're back here at the Repconn facility. We're gonna give them to Chris. And then I think all that's left is just to launch everything.
Have you found the
So there we
components?
go. Thrust control modules. The rockets are all set. Perfect.
The
So now
rockets
what are
are
we gonna
ready,
do?
Jason. The great journey can begin. Good luck, I guess.
I think we just have to go up top and launch them.
Gather all.
If I remember correctly, he's going to say some words to
May the
them.
Creator
Yeah,
guide
here we go.
my
So
words and help me
we have
speak
to go
truth.
back upstairs to
The
where they
Almighty
were
Creator
hiding
has seen
originally.
fit to answer our
And
prayers.
We go up, oh, there's a door there that leads us out to the viewing platform where we can launch the rockets. So that's where we're going to go. Alright, so we're back in the area where the ghouls were hiding out. And we got to come over this way. Yep, here we go. This should be it. And here we go. So we're outside. We're at the testing platform. Navigation console. So now if you, again, want to be evil, you can tamper with the console if you have a science of 55, and you can change their course. But we're good, so we're just going to hit the launch button. I really enjoy this part. I think it's pretty cool. So let's sit back and enjoy. Alright, there go the rockets, and now I'm idolized in Novak, and that is the end of Come Fly With Me. So that quest is pretty easy, pretty fun. I really like the rockets taking off. I think it's pretty cool looking. Now I'm going to head back into the facility and loot the ghouls area where they were. Everything is still set to red, so you will still lose karma, but there's no other consequences. So I think it's worth it, at least for some items. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. And in the next one, I think we'll be heading... where are we heading? We're going to be heading north. We'll probably make a pit stop at Helios 1. But my plan for the next one is to head to outside of Vegas to McCarran, because I'm going to grab... the rifle, this machine. That's my plan for the next one. We might do some other things on the way, but we'll see. So, but I'll catch you guys the next time.